Howdy there, my listeners. It is your host here once again. It is Team right here. Listeners, did you guys get a chance, and gals, to listen to the podcast from earlier today? If not, hit that notification, the little bell on your tablet or any other devices you have. Or if you don't want to go through that direction, there's always another way. At the end of this podcast, double click the thumbnail. The thumbnail will open up, then you can listen to it. Sorry if I repeat myself every time I do these things. Okay? Anyway, I'm going to do my introduction, then we'll get the show on the road. So here goes nothing. I'm going to discuss for you, my listeners, wrestling news, wrestling topics, and a lot of interesting topics to discuss with you. So sit back, relax, put your feet up, grab some to eat, grab some to drink. Now, if you don't want to do that, my lovely listeners, maybe you just want to chill and listen to what I have to say about this article, and the article will be down below, all that other stuff. Here goes nothing. Now, recently I discussed about Sheamus and Cesaro had not been on television for quite some time now. You know why? Because the WWE creators have nothing for them. And I guaranteed Sheamus and Cesaro are very pissed off because they want to be on television. I'm assuming that you get paid more money to be on television. Let me know down below if I'm right or wrong. But anyway, we have another issue into the mix. It is the one, the only, it is Mr. Glorious Bobby Roode. Okay? Now, we all know he did great things in NXT brand, okay? Now, when he went to the main roster, he had a big moment on Smackdown Live, okay? It was awesome. Then, out of the blue, they had this shake-up. They put him on freaking Raw. I think that's a terrible, terrible idea, okay? I know you're going to say, Team RA, what the hell are you talking about? I know what I'm talking about because I mentioned this in the past and I'm going to say it again. I mean, it's great that he was on Raw, but he gets mixed in a shuffle, and that's what happened. Now he's not even on freaking Raw last night. It's bullcrap. My guess is the creators have nothing for them, these wrestlers. Anyway, let me read this for you. Okay, Bobby Roode was the top guy during his championship run in NXT. He started to cool down when he moved to SmackDown Live. Exactly. And he seems to have faded to the background on Monday Night Raw. Exactly. Maybe, just maybe, the mainstream, the big stage on Raw and SmackDown is not fit for him. Hopefully he does not leave the company and says, forget this crap, I'm going to go somewhere else that I am appreciated, And let me continue. Roode was not on this week's Raw, no duh. Instead, he was featured on WWE Main Event taping. Wow, taping? Who watches that? Still, which are usually reserved for the undercard talent. Oh my lord, wow. And Bobby Roode is not an undercard talent. He is definitely a main eventer. WWE, you guys are so freaking unorganized. Man. You have a great talent on the main roster and you just screw it up. See, it's the same thing with Sheamus and Cesaro I discussed. They don't have no TV time. Now, I don't know if I'm assuming they still show up for work, and then whenever they use them, they appear on television. So, I don't know how that really works. Wow. Mr. Glorious Bobby Roode was on a taping for Main Event. Who watches that? I used to watch that. Was on television. Then they switched it to the W Network, and I just lost interest in the show. So, Bobby Roode, you should really step up for yourself. You know, be a bigger man. It says this is bullcrap. I do big things in NXT, and then when I got debuted on main roster, I just had a big moment on SmackDown Live, and I got fizzled out on the main roster on SmackDown Live. Then you guys switched me when I had the shake up to Raw. I'm not doing nothing. So what the hell? That's what he should say. But if he did it, probably get released because McMahon don't want to hear it. So this is bullcrap, you know. Okay, let me skip this part. You guys can read the rest of it. Okay, Roode is not being punished. Yeah, okay, we heard that before, right? Hopefully not. And he should be back on Raw soon. Vince McMahon like Roode's. But he is 41, so they are not going to push him as a top guy on Raw. However, he is seen as a guy willing event transporting, I think I said right, into a backstage role when he retires. Wow. You know why WWE waited too long to pick him up? Because he dominated in TNA and he dominated in NXT, so they don't want to push him because he's old. 41 years old is not old. It's way better than 60. It's way better than 70, and of course it's way better than 80. Didn't they give Ric Flair a major push when he was the Intercontinental Champion? How old was he? And I know you're gonna say Ric Flair and Bobby Roode are two different things, but still, it's the age, you know. But I don't know. He liked Bobby Roode, but still, they're not gonna push him because he's 41 years old. I think I'm saying it right, but maybe things will change. I prefer having him as the main guy then. I know this is a very touchy subject. I know a lot of people are going to give me a thumbs down. Then Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose. You know, at least Bobby Roode has some championships in his career. You know, not like Dean Ambrose once in a while, or Roman Reigns. You know, he keeps chasing a freaking belt. But whatever. That's just my theory. This is still bullcrap. Eventually he's going on Raw, and probably WWE's going to put him in mix and a shuffle. But you guys are so stupid. You know, you guys push AJ Styles. He's the freaking champion on SmackDown Live. What the hell you can't do that to Bobby Roode? I don't understand that. You know, I don't understand that. You know, very mind-boggling. But anyway, I'm going to sign off here. I'll put the article down below. Do you guys agree with what McMahon had to say, or do you think they're full of crap? He's not being punished. I don't think he's being punished. I don't think WWE has. I don't think the creators or writers have nothing for him. They just want to keep on him down low. Same thing with Sheamus and Cesaro. It's not, you know, been a while since we saw those two guys. Last time we saw them was May, and this is July. So what the freak? This is bullcrap. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off. If you like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit the notification, read the article, leave a comment about the article, and have a great rest of your Tuesday. And I'm out.